ODI team is in better shape. I know we didn't qualify for the World Cup, but ODI squad. This was the ODI squad that played against England in 2023 that we beat England 2-1. Alzari, Casey Carty, Shane Dowrich, Hetmeyer, Brandon Kinky, and Utley Shafine Rutherford, Alec Athanas, Ruston Chase, Matty Ford, Gudakesh Moti, O'Shane Thomas, and of course, Romari Shepherd. Looking at that squad, I want you to tell me, who do you think should be going to Australia? From this squad, anybody you
Oh, sure.
drop?
All right. All right. So I would drop. Oh,
So
well.
changes that you'd make
Oh,
to your
okay.
squad.
So
Changes.
so Shane, so Shane Dowrich has
He's
retired.
yeah, so he's
So we're
retired,
taking
so
him
he's
out.
already out.
And,
Yeah.
right, right. So Nicky P takes his spot automatically. As you know, he's the backup wicketkeeper for Shea Hope. So
But
he'll
here's
go
the
there.
thing
Nicky
with
P.
Nicholas Puran, I think, will be playing what the ILT20 as well as the Bangladesh Premier League. So he's gonna come in for the T20s only.
Wow.
Yeah, so poor, let's not put
Oh,
Puran there.
not there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he's for the T20s, but
Wow, wait.
yeah.
Okay, so we definitely need a backup wicketkeeper. We can't have a one wicketkeeper in the squad. So the next wicketkeeper we have, which we'll be using, are you Jonty Charles? Jonty Charles has experience in Australia. He has a century there. So I'll go with Jonty Charles as a backup wicketkeeper.
All right, so Johnson Charles. I just don't like the back and forth thing with Johnson Charles. He's in, he's out, he's in, he's out.
Right,
Yeah, I don't like that.
right. That's it. Well, unfortunately, we're not grooming much wicketkeepers, really, apart from Shea Hope and
And
Nicholas Puran. We have
Jamar
Joshua the
Hamilton had a good. He had a good Super 50. Why not Jamar Hamilton?
I'm going with experience. Going with experience.
Yeah,
We had a very
okay.
inexperienced test squad. And more than likely, if the defeat in the first test match is heavy, we definitely need some experience for conditions.
All right, so you're
Mhm.
going with Johnson Charles. I think these guys are different though, in the sense that Johnson Charles like to bat at the top of the order. Dowrich is more experienced middle order batsman who can rotate the strike, pretty much do a similar job to Shea Hope. But no problem. So it's different skill sets. All right, so we're going with Johnson Charles. Any other changes?
Yannick Carrier, I'm dropping Yannick Carrier. I'm bringing in Akil Hussain.
Definitely. I've been waiting for you to say that, man. Come on.
right,
Akil
right,
Hussain all day.
right, right.
So
Right. We're bowling Akil Hussain and Moti in tandem.
definitely. Any other change?
I'm concerned about Kijoran Utley. Well, he didn't get
Yeah,
any
Kean
game,
Utley
but my
didn't get
issue with
any
him is the
games.
age. Yeah, yeah, right. So I let him stay. Sherman Hetmeyer. Whoa. The thing about Sherman Hetmeyer, if I remove him, who do I put in place of him?
Yeah, I'm
So
not dropping
I don't really
Shimron
see.
Hetmeyer. Yeah, I'm not dropping Hetmeyer.
I don't
Not
see
for the
anyone
ODIs.
knocking on the door. Right. So That's it for basically. That's it basically.
For me,
Um, I'm happy.
I would take out Kean Utley and put in Kyle Mayers. I know many don't want to see him, but I think Kyle Mayers gives us the sixth bowling option if he plays as well. And I think Kyle Mayers will keep Alec and Brandon King honest because they know that if they don't perform well at the
Okay.
top, Kyle Mayers is there to replace them. And he's also a left-handed batsman. So I would have Kyle Mayers in the squad right
Right.
there. I don't like the idea of
Well,
Johnson Charles.
okay. All right.
I'd rather go with Jamar Hamilton, but it's fair enough. Um, I think we're short on pace. So I would actually only carry one wicketkeeper, Shea
Yes.
Hope. I would rather even drop Shane Dowrich, because since he's retired, and play another fast bowler. I don't think Matthew Ford is gonna like Australia. He's more of a
No,
swing
Kyle not
type
swing and
of
see.
bowler. Yeah, he's more swinging the ball.
Right, right.
I'd want to see somebody who's quick, a quick pace. So you never know. Maybe a
So
Shamar Joseph
would
gets a
you put
debut.
in right, right,
Yeah,
right? I
I'm
think
thinking,
Shabba Joseph a
yeah,
better
yeah,
pick in.
I would,
Right, I'm at your
yeah.
forward, right.
For the conditions, definitely a Shamar Joseph. Yeah, I think
Well,
he'd suit the condition.
imagine Shamar, imagine Ronaldo, Shamar Joseph, O'Shane Thomas, and Azari Joseph bowling
Exactly,
above
exactly.
85. Wow,
Not even
wow,
85, bowling above
incredible.
90. That's incredible.
90,
Fast.
right, right, right. Wow, wow. Well, I
Yeah,
hope
but
they rule that out. I hope they rule that out.
yeah, so
So about
I would
Ruslan
like to
Chase,
see.
I mean, he
Yeah, I'm keeping him. I'm keeping him in
he
the
just
squad.
there. Did I give? Okay.
Raston did well in Super 50,
All
and
right,
he's always doing well with the ball.
right.
Somebody I'd like to see back in, trying to work his way back in the team is Fabian Allen. I really want Fabian Allen to up his game. I think Fabian Allen in the field, Fabian Allen with the ball and even this guy, Hayden Walsh Jr. It's last time Australia came
Yes,
to the Caribbean,
it's
he did
incredible.
very well. He was very good against Australia last time around. So it's hard for me to
Yes,
not
very
even
true.
have a Fabian Allen. But looking at the squad, Johnson's, I think this would be a better squad. No Utley, no Dowrich, no Yannick. And Matty Ford, he'll be around, but I think Shamar Joseph, if he does well in the test, can definitely give him a go in the ODI. Definitely.
Or
No,
maybe not, if Sharma Joseph doesn't do well, they can also use Akeem Jordan.
Hakeem Jordan in the ODIs, if it's swinging and seaming.
Right.
In Australia, it doesn't swing very long, maybe about 3, 4 overs. So I'd be very reluctant to go Hakeem Jordan. I think Hakeem Jordan, Matty Ford, they're in the same kind of bracket in terms of pace. They're not very quick, but they get a little bit of
Right.
movement. So I wouldn't be looking down the Hakeem Jordan road, but no problem. Hakeem Jordan certainly in swinging conditions. So if we go to a South Africa, not really South Africa, if we go to New Zealand and England, Hakeem Jordan would be in my mind, but in Australia, not so much. And I really would like us to get in a left arm seamer, but for now. Now we have to talk about the T20, right? West Indies won all their T20 series in 2023. South Africa, India, and England. We beat all of them in the decider as well.
Biggest.
So, our T20
Right,
team is in
right.
good form. This was the last T20 squad. 17 players are there. 17 are there because we included Johnson Charles and O'Shane Thomas. So they initially weren't in the squad. So my question to you, the 15 that you're going to carry to Australia, any changes?
Well, it's
Any
going to be
changes at all?
very difficult to remove any tool from that. It basically be removed based on form of players, right? So, potentially Matthew Ford could be removed. So I know condition doesn't really suit his type of bowling.
Yeah. So maybe Matty Ford
Also,
out.
well,
If Matty Ford is out, then
right.
O'Shane is definitely in fully.
Right, right. Ramon Shepard had an injury. He had a niggle in his knee. We have to manage that carefully. If he's not 100% match ready, we don't chance him playing. So we have to manage that as well.
All right. So you're saying
Oh,
Shepard, you take out Shepard?
if he's not 100% match ready, he has to be 100% match ready because they rested him for a couple of the right. So that's very important. We don't want to rush his recovery because we need him if we're going to win T20 World Cup. We need him.
Definitely. No, I'm keeping Shepard. I think he's fine now. But I would make a very bold move for this series. And the bold move that I am
Right.
doing is I'm going to be resting Kyle Mayers. It's not being dropped. I'm resting Kyle Mayers, and I'm going to well, let me do this then. Look at this. Kyle Mayers is going, but I'm going to bring what I call my
Right,
traveling reserve. And I'm going to bring this
right,
man.
right.
Everybody know him. My traveling reserve, he's the best T20 batsman in the Caribbean. His name is Evan Lewis.
Wow,
What do
Evan
you think
Lewis.
about
Right, right,
what do
right.
you think about having a traveling reserve, Evan Lewis?
Very good. Why? We keeping the opening batters on their toes. That's very, very important. We don't want them to be complacent. Well, Brandon King has to play. I mean, you know he has to play, but the other options, the Kyle Myers, the Johnson Charles, they have. I think they need to have competition. Those two, and Evan Lewis is the right person for that.
Definitely. And as we talk about um, Evan Lewis, he is the a lot of people a lot of people don't know, but Evan Lewis, he's actually the best batter in the Caribbean in terms of T20 records. I'm just gonna pull up some statistics of all the batsmen that would have played more than 20 innings in the Caribbean. Evan Lewis is the only batsman to average 35 and above. The only Virat Kohli come to the Caribbean. Jason Roy come to the Caribbean. Chris Gale, the universe boss, Nicholas Pooran, all of these guys, none of them averaged 35 in the Caribbean. Only Evan Lewis with 20 plus innings. So with the World Cup being in the Caribbean, what do you think about West Indies saying, Evan, we know you're not in form right now, but we're going to get you on a fitness plan and try to get you back in form. What do you think about that?
That would be excellent, and that would force Kevin Myers, no, Kyle Myers rather, and Johnson Charles when they're batting, when they're batting, they bat with more sense. I mean, yes, they're there to give a quick start, but they have to be more selective. So I think no one in the West Indies team should be guaranteed a spot 100% because that brings in complacency. We don't want complacency in our batters. And his strike rate is very high, above 150. Wow, that's
Whoa,
incredible.
exactly.
Evan
Exactly.
Lewis,
If you look at all
right.
the batters there with average with over 1,000 runs in West Indies T20 history, look at his strike rate and his average. Look which average is the best right there.
Well, so he has the best average and best strike rate.
Among all our batters with 1,000 runs. How can we not invest in Evan Lewis? I know he had a poor CPL,
Wow.
but given his history and given the potential, we have to go with Evan Lewis. Now, this man, Evan Lewis, right? Look at that. He has the highest T20 score by any West Indian batter. He has the highest score in a T20 chase. He has the third highest score in a T20 international. He has the third highest number of sixes in an innings. And he's the third batsman in the history of the game to score two T20 hundreds. Look at those records held by Evan Lewis. That's incredible.
Oh, wow, those are incredible. Right, right.
And
But
one thing you get with look at that again. Evan Lewis, in terms of ability to score hundreds, he's at the top in the Caribbean. In terms of ability to score more than 50, to get the team off the quick start and score 50 and get out, 12 times out of 52 innings, he scored 50 or more. And I think 36 times out of 52 innings, he scored above 30. So Evan Lewis gets you off the start,
wow,
then get out. So you have to look at Evan Lewis. Look at that. More than only three players we have in the Caribbean that score 10 or more 50s. And if you look at this, Evan Lewis at home in the Caribbean, we're not saying bring him to Australia and play him. All we're saying is get Evan
right,
Lewis in the
right.
squad and start getting him ready or in the mindset that Evan, there's a possibility we can call upon him for the World Cup because look at this home average 35, strike rate 157.
One
He
that's
has the
one that's
best,
striker.
he has
Wow,
the
wow.
best
And
batting
even
average in the Caribbean at home.
and even right, even away, looking at international standards, that's so bad. I mean, away, you're averaging nearly 26 at an average of 146. That's decent as well.
Yeah, that's decent.
Right.
That's
That's
decent.
decent.
Yeah. I guess the reason why we
Right,
highlight the
right.
home is because World Cup is being played here. So we want to
In
look
in
more
home
at the home
conditions,
numbers.
right?
Yes, in home conditions. But how can West Indies just throw away Evan Lewis? So we know that, yes, Evan had a poor CPL. This was a CPL, and this is the reason why he's not back in the team. CPL this year, couldn't score any 50, couldn't score. By the way, he didn't even play all the games for St. Kitts because he wasn't fit.
Yes.
The
Yeah,
Super
he even
50,
lost the captaincy at one point in time.
yeah, to
Remember that? He
Rutherford.
lost the captaincy at one point
Yeah,
in
to
time.
Rutherford.
Right, right.
And in Super 50, he only played one game and he scored 18. And then we didn't see him again for the Super 50 because he wasn't fit. So I am thinking, look what we did for O'Shane Thomas. O'Shane Thomas was not fit. And what did we do? We get him in the squad. We brought him in. He didn't play any games against India. Now O'Shane is fit. Why can't we do the same for our best batsman in the Caribbean? What are your thoughts there on Evan Lewis?
All right. So remember, there was a bit of a quarrel between him and some persons in the West Indies cricket board. So I think that's part of the reason why they're not accommodating him like that. So I have a strong feeling when West Indies players show up, those persons in control a certain way, they're reluctant to accommodate them. So the
Okay.
only way they will bring in Evan Lewis is unless he's scoring tons of runs in CPL, the T20 squad, and also the same for the ODI squad. And the first year, LSG and Gujarat Titans came about. We saw where before, Evan Lewis, he used to play for Mumbai Indians, and he didn't really get a lot of games because Quentin Denock was already there, open with Roy
Yeah,
Sharma. The
yeah,
same thing
definitely.
basically happened to him at LSG, where because there were so much powerful left-handed batters, he was not guaranteed a start as an opening batter. That's number one. And number two, when he did play, they basically batted him out of position, asking to
Yeah,
bat
he
at
was
number
batting at
three, number four,
and
number
four.
five.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
So
he
again,
did
that's a
fairly
case.
well at 3, 4, and 5. He did fairly well.
Right, right. So,
But
but I
it's not his
believe
position.
that's
Yeah.
where the big that is where a big decline is T20 game started from. Being asked to bat out of position consistently doing that here. So from that here, it's like his game plan was really out the door. Because he basically was confused how to play. So I think
I
that
think
IPS season did more harm than good to him.
I think West Indies should invest in Evan Lewis. What we can do then is maybe not let him play, but we're gonna have practice matches against team. So Shea Hope is gonna have a team as a vice captain, Rovman Powell have a team. And so when we're doing our practice matches against each other, it's good to have a Evan Lewis and get him back in form. Come on, if Evan Lewis is in form with a fit Andre Russell and a fit Jason Holder and a fit Romari Shepherd with Budakesh Moti and Akil Hussain and a fit Shea Hope, I can't see us losing the World Cup. If we get a fit Evan
Well,
Lewis
that's very
and, and
true.
a and a fit Sheldon Cottrell or Obed McCoy, because we also need a left-arm fast bowler. It's gonna be one of those two. Dominic Drakes doesn't have enough pace. I know many might say Dominic Drakes can get in there, but Dominic Drake's bowling left arm medium, Jason Holder right arm medium, Shepherd medium. It's too many medium pace. So we need a left arm fast
Right,
bowler,
right,
Obed
right.
McCoy or O'Shane Thomas. Somebody who can take the new ball, get some seam movement or some swing. And then with a fit Evan Lewis, we can win the World Cup. Your thoughts on that?
Well, I really believe those are the players missing. I think Darren Sammy is working on it behind the scenes We see where he brought back Andre Russell. And the good thing about T20 squad, there's a lot of competition for spaces. No one is fully comfortable that they're guaranteed to meet the playing level. So that's very, very important. For the last two games, we saw where Kyle Myers and Azari Joseph was out, and O'Shane Thomas and John Charles was brought in. And I really love the fact that Azari Joseph workload is being managed because he's an all format bowler. So that was very good thinking by the management. But the more we need to give ourselves more options, the more options we have, that's very, very important. So Darren Sam is working on that. He knows how powerful Emily Lewis is.
Definitely. So now to finish off the show, I want you to make your bold prediction. The ODI series. Your prediction. What's the scoreline? 3 ODIs.
Okay, for the ODIs, I believe we win at least one game. We're giving Australia to win 2-1. But I believe we'll be winning at least one of the ODI. I believe.
Yeah,
so.
fair enough.
However, if we win the first one, I believe we will win the series. If we win the first one. So if we win the first ODI, we will win the series. Yeah. I believe strongly. So we win the first ODI, Australia come back strongly second. Then they will think and push a lot to win the last one. Because they know they're chasing history. Because I know it's been a very, very long time since we win an ODI series in Australia.
Yeah.
So that would be an extra motivation. So it's very important they win the first ODI.
All right. And the T20?
Oh, another three match series?
Yes, another 3-match series.
Wow. I'm giving this 2-1 to West Indies. Again, if we win the first T20 international, we win. So it all depends on how we perform in the first match. Most times when we win whenever we win series, we win because we win the first game. How we perform in the first game, really important. So
that's so true. Beat England, South Africa, India. We always win the first game.
Right. So win the first game, we will win the series. So that's the blueprint that we need to follow for the new year. Go extra hard to win the first game. Let the opponent chase the game instead of we chasing them.
And that is why keep Gudakesh fresh for the ODIs and the T20.
Right.
But I agree with you. Both your score lines, I agree with them both. Definitely. Are you going to say something? You can close off with what you were going to say.
All right. So for the new year, we need to be more objective with how we plan. We need to look at the numbers and also look at conditions and opponents. So we can't bring in bias and feelings in the team selection, because there are some players who need to be in the squad or at least near the squad, like Evan Lewis, but who is not because of differences where they could keep in the pen for a year.
Definitely. I 100% endorse that we need to move away, or at least the selectors need to move away from being having preferences, we shall say. But excellent show. Thank you, Davian. Thank you so much for your expert analysis. Next week we'll be sure to have some more discussions now. Further things in West Indies, we'll be able to discuss we'll have the warm-up games to talk about next week. The first warm-up game, because the test squad, they will be playing the warm-up game against Australia's Prime Minister's 11. So we'll have that to talk about and much, much more. So thank you. Thank you so much for your expert analysis. And so the viewers will, of course, stay tuned for many, many, many more episodes to come.